DCA adventure is rated F for fucking awesome.
Yo, Crypto Nation, it's another FA for Friday. What's going on, all you awesome people out there? You got your favorite homies over here. You got Doge Lord over there. You got Gundy. You got myself, Nemesis. We may or may not see the Mikkel because he's like got some side work that he's been
on
doing.
The clock, man. He got to make that money.
Yeah, he's on the clock right now. He's
make that money.
He's got
he's
that
working.
side work. He's got that side work. So what's going on? We got Wheeling Crypto. He's like, first. Yes, sir, you are. You are. We got Jason the
and it's so
Tiger
appreciated
Osborne
too.
dropping those FRs.
Yo.
And then, of course, we got Sadie dropping some FAs. We got Kyle Rosa. What's up, peeps? What's
They're dropping
up?
the FAs already. Oh my god!
I know they're just ready for it.
They want the
today.
announcement early today.
They want you
think
booted
so.
off of all recommended shows.
You're not doing it right unless you're starting your day off with an FA.
Can't find us unless you dig. You gotta dig.
Right, dig deep into mining.
Hold on, let me warm up the throat. Gotta
DCA
drink my
on
coffee
YouTube
first.
and you go to some Disney cruise adventure.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, DCA Adventures rated F for fucking awesome.
Oh.
Damn, you're smooth.
So sensual.
What's up? So how has everybody's week been? Like, how you guys liking the market? Are you guys got your Lambos yet?
Yeah, man.
Right.
Up and we just
For all you people who've been like hodling, like OG hodling, man, welcome to Lambo Land.
gotta need that virgin like mined Bitcoin stored up in a wallet.
Right. For all you newbies, welcome to the show. Welcome to the roller coaster we call Bitcoin. This
show is recommended to listen to with headphones.
Right.
I got one of my boys that should be watching today. What's up, Kyle? He should be somewhere.
I mean, everybody who's mining right now, they should be feeling pretty good right now with all their mining and hodlings.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I did a solar
Magical
proposal
stuff
for.
happens when you
Okay,
mine.
so you guys remember how we did our poker tournament for Neoxa?
Yes, sir.
From that, somebody reached out saying that they wanted solar because somebody actually brought up that I did solar. So it's just like, okay,
Really?
yeah, sure, guys.
Look at that
yes.
networking. Look at that.
I know that's. I want to say thank you, Nemesis, for bringing it up that I did solar during the tournament.
That's right.
I'm pretty sure it was you.
Gigs on
But,
gigs.
But anyway, it led to us doing a solar proposal, not just for him, but his father as well.
Nice.
So we're looking. We did the proposal, and the numbers are looking fantastic for the house. So fingers crossed. It's going to be a good match for them.
Yeah.
So,
Deliver that epic home solar right to your front roof.
dude, we covered like
Well, then business guys
105% of his solar needs, and during discovery, we're like, are you planning on using more electricity? I'm probably going to triple what we're currently using when I bring my miners home.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, then let's go ahead and build that right now.
Free power, what?
Yeah, so we got him both those numbers, the base system that just covers the 105 current, and then we did the system that does triple what he needs. That way he can mine completely on solar.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to it. Chances are he's going to start off small and then build up. Because, and I think that's actually a very smart thing for him.
Yeah, start out
Very
with
smart move.
with like a entry level, like phase 1, like get the basics in there.
Oh yeah.
You can always add more solar panels, man. That's the beauty of it. Always add more panels, man. So many.
What is
Oh, your
up?
entire world of panels.
I see Chuck Danger in the house. Cheers, my good sir. Cheers.
Well,
Cheers.
it's funny. They want to block the sun because it's so bad for us, but then they want to put us on solar. I'm like, you make up your mind. You want the sun or what?
I know, right? It's good or it's bad. Make up your mind.
Yeah, please, please, please. Inquiring minds want to know which direction do you think this is going?
Well,
You
if you
want a
if you ask
whole
the
country
government
of
or the
gray
FDA,
people?
they'll say vitamin B17
Right?
is bad for you too. Vitamin B17's actually been outlawed. But why?
For California?
Could it be because it cures cancer?
Oh yeah,
I don't
probably.
know. Maybe.
A lot of stuff cures cancer that they're not going to tell you it does.
Oh yeah. Why do you think they made marijuana illegal in the first place? I mean, George Washington grew that shit.
No, correction.
It was a
He
cash
grew
crop
hemp.
for the United States.
He grew hemp, but
It was
you
not
think
of
he
the
wasn't
smoking
freaking doing?
variety.
It was
Are you
still a
sure?
cash crop in the United States.
Are you
They-
sure?
they-
Come on, come on, come on. We're talking
I
liberty,
would not-
freedom,
I don't-
and leaving
I-
me the fuck alone.
I don't know if they, how far back, like, outside of, like, the natives doing, like, the peace pipe and kind of teaching, it was all hemp. It was nothing like we have today.
Besides, the weed back then was garbage. They called it grass because that's what it looked like and tasted and smelled.
Right.
It was nothing to shake a stick at. That this crazy engineered, probably the most engineered seed I'd say in the planet would be like that. that
Yeah, all the
motherfucker.
crossbreeding and we're gonna test all these and
It's so easy.
Dude, my brother was into
weed.
the
It
whole
goes
breeding
anywhere.
stuff for a while, and he came up with some wicked shit. It's like, oh my god.
Ontario miners' solar equipment's really come down in price over the years.
Yeah.
Worth the investment.
It has, yeah.
It definitely is. Plus, when you have that federal tax credit helping you,
The sun is still
like,
here
that's
now.
30% of the cost right there.
Use it
You
while it's here.
qualify
I
for
guess.
it.
We're just one solar flare away from grid down anyway, so we might as well.
Well, even if the grid's down and you have solar, unless you have a battery backup, you're still down too. Because when you have this workers trying to put power back on,
Well, yeah,
You don't
solar
want-
flare would be like EMP.
you
like
don't-
all your electrical shit will go out.
I'm just talking about a regular electrical outage.
Yeah.
Okay. On a regular electrical
Yeah,
outage,
grid down EMP style. No good.
and we're not talking EMP, we're talking regular.
Well,
Like
that's
a
what a solar
blackout.
flare would do to us, essentially.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Okay. But for educational purposes, if the grid goes down like in a blackout or something, and you only have solar, your system will go down too, simply for safety reasons. That way, you're not sending electricity through the power lines where workers are trying to make repairs. So if
Why you
if,
tip your installer like 100 bones and he puts you a little on-off switch so you can go completely off. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say it, but you can go completely off. It only takes
Chuck
one little
Danger
junction
asks
box.
Chris, "Is this a grid-tied system? What's the lowest dollars for megawatts you can put together?" So yes, we do promote grid-tied systems simply for cost savings.
Unless you're in the
And
middle
as
of
far
nowhere,
as what's the lowest, it depends on your state, your usage, and what your family needs at your home. So, if you want to get into details or whatnot, just hit me up in the Discord and we'll take it offline.
Yeah. Consultation is free, Chris?
Yeah, I don't charge anything for a free consult.
There you go. Ring the guy up.
As a matter of fact, until a contract is signed, everything's free, even the roof inspection.
Oh my god. This freak. Can I get reach around with that?
Pro tip, pro hack tip. Okay, so
Pro just the tip?
no, pro hack tip. Okay, if you guys are thinking that you need a roof inspection, but you don't want to pay for one,
Use
get a
drone
solar inspection.
yourself.
Because when they send somebody out to inspect the roof, they'll let you know
I'll
if
have
it
to
needs
fix all
repairs
the
or
roof
not.
Problems before you put the solar down, yeah. That makes good sense. There you go. Free, baby.
Oh, there's Salo Adventures. That's my boy Kyle.
There's a actual
I would
market
almost
for
sit there and
drones,
say,
too.
if you're actually gonna go down the route of going, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get get solar panels. Just budget a new roof on there. Let them strip it down, inspect all the wood underneath, re-roof it. because I'll tell you what, from other people that I've talked to, the biggest thing is you want to make sure your roof is about as new as the solar panels going up, because you're going to have to, if the roof fails at any point in time, even if it seems to be okay when they lay it out, time will still get to it. Not as fast, because it will be covered.
It will be protected.
To a point. It's still going to be going through heat cycles and stuff like that.
And
you're basically going to be looking at ripping up the solar panels, re-roofing it, and then paying somebody to reinstall those solar panels.
Well, see, that's why we have the inspection.
I'm saying what I'm saying, and this is just something that I've heard from other people that have solar panels, and that their solar roof, they had their inspection and everything checked out was really good. And they said about 8 years into it, they sprung a leak on the side of the roof that had the solar panels.
Was it due to the solar? Or
no, it wasn't due to the solar panels.
Okay.
It had
because if it was due to the solar, it should have been under warranty.
No. It had nothing. That's why I'm not blaming the solar on this. I'm just saying, if you're going to go down the solar route, you might as well just re-roof your roof.
Yeah.
Strip it down.
Just do it. I mean,
look at all the plywood that's underneath there. This way you got that peace of mind. And then you have shingles that will last you 20 years.
Okay, so on that note, here's something to consider, okay? So typically, if you think about re-roofing a house, it's going to cost about like $15,000. It's just a blanket, okay? It could be more, could be less.
30.
But
40.
if you were to get a solar, installation done and you want to get a re-roof, you could actually roll that into the loan. That way your payments come out at the same time. You're paying for both jobs in the same contract.
Yeah.
Right. And that'd be another pro tip. Sure.
And the government's going to take 30% of your costs and lower it, because it's part of a solar install.
Right.
If you just did a roof replacement, the government's not going to pay for that.
Hey,
but if it's part of a solar installation, the government's going to cover 30% of the costs if you qualify for the federal tax incentive.
You want part of my package deal?
Kyle Rosa says, vertical panels if I can afford it. I saw vertical panels, fence style. Really? Believe it or not, I actually saw that there was a fence style solar panel. That was vertical.
Yeah, grandma. Just have like your little like 20 foot by 20 foot like solar panel array over there in the backyard.
Chuck Danger says, I've ran the numbers to power my farm. I'd need around 120 280 watt panels to provide the total daily kilowatt consumption. My issue is the number of batteries I'd need to be able to mine 24/7. So there's actually better panels than 280 watt panels now. So if you want to have updated numbers,
they've got,
hit me up in the Discord and you send me your electric bill, and I'll get that set up for you.
How much
they have 400 watt panels now, right?
If you had to ballpark a 400 watt panel,
that's what I thought.
How much would you have to say one would be?
You just want to buy one panel?
Yeah, how much one 400?
Just Google that.
I mean, I'm asking.
But no,
look it up. I'm trying to
Here's the truth, okay?
Conversation.
Buying solar is not like going to Toyota and buying a base model car or the sports car or the luxury car. You don't have 3 different models and 3 different prices. No, every single job is a custom job. That's why we can't give you like a blanket, like here's the price, range, because we've done, depending on the house size and how many people live in the home.
Chuck, I know. I've looked at this
asking
one.
How much you
so
charge
Chuck brings
for
up a
them.
good one, and I know the route that he's going. So he's like 280 watt panels are like $42 a pop, which is true. You could spend $1,500 for a pallet of them and get them at a discount. And basically, you get solar farms that they discontinue their solar panels after like between 3 and 5 years.
But they still got some life in them, yeah.
Oh, they have almost all the life still in them, unless they've been hit with hail. There's nothing wrong with them. Solar
it
panels
doesn't-
are designed
Well, it depends on the
to last like
size
degrades
hail,
over time.
especially if you use the panels that we use, because there's 3 different tier panels. We only use the tier 1 panels, which can handle like 100-mile-an-hour hailstones the size of freaking baseballs. Okay, and they don't break. They've actually tested it, putting the solar panels on top of cinder blocks and driving a truck on there and just parking it, resting it on the solar panels, and the solar panels are like, okay, what else you got?
Chilling.
right.
They're strong as hell.
But I mean,
They are
the
strong as
panels
hell.
are designed to like
They're
last
big
anywhere
brains.
from 15 to 20 years anyway.
Typically about 25 now.
Okay, 20. Yeah, but I'm saying for like the older ones, like the route that Chuck Danger is doing. Those are going to be your older standards. Those are about the 20-year ones. They like you can get a lot of them for a decent price, and then your only real big cost is your overnight storage and your whole controller unit.
Overnight storage, and this is why we're grid tied. So overnight storage, when it comes to batteries, like the first battery could be like $13,000, and the second battery could be like $9,000. Okay, and just add 9 every time you add a new battery.
Right.
Now, if you wanted to avoid $80,000 worth of batteries, you can just continue the grid cost, connection fee, and then feed your energy into the grid, and then get the credits back at night. And that's the much,
What
cheaper
up, Ralph
option.
Cooper? What up? What up?
Ooh, Ralph. Haven't seen you in a while. What's up, dude?
What's up, big guy?
How's the forest?
Oh my gosh!
Keep the forest safe.
Got an OG in the house.
Right. But yeah, I do agree with whenever I did the homesteading conference in Missouri, there was a
Missouri.
guy that was speaking about solar solutions.
Chuck Danger says, yeah, about 70 to 75K for batteries, according to my bar napkin math.
Ouch.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you're not kidding. You're
No,
not kidding.
no, no.
Batteries are
That
expensive.
hurts.
Yeah.
Right.
And batteries are
Uh,
like 5-10 years tops.
Yeah, a lot of them are. Their warranties don't last as long as solar typically. So when it comes to, thanks, CeeLo.
But then you never go in.
When it comes to what we recommend, if you want batteries, we'll put batteries on it. But we recommend actually staying grid tied, simply to offset the costs, keep the costs down, but also waiting, because you could always add batteries later, like when the technology is better, and we could do that for you. But I mean, my personal thing is to save the homeowners as much money as possible.
You see,
and
where
so
I'm coming
I don't feel
from is-
confident saying, yeah, batteries are the best thing ever. When I know that technology is flawed.
my next property that me and the wife are looking at is not going to be grid tied in the slightest bit.
I totally agree with what
It
you're
is
saying right
going
now.
to be the farthest thing from. I mean everything. I don't even want a freaking mailbox at the end of my property.
That's right. Get fucked, stay fucked. Yo.
You can't even. You would actually have to have like a PO box just to help keep the property as private as possible.
Yeah.
The second the city knows or the county knows about the property being there, all of a sudden you're going to have electrical companies saying this house is unserviceable, it's not livable, and
that's
then
one
the mob's
thing
going to come
up,
after
up.
you because you didn't pay
that's
your
one thing
dues.
That's really
I
like
mean,
you gotta.
They
you
don't.
have-
They didn't
oh,
get a
no,
chance to
no,
put their
no,
vending
Chris,
machine on the
Chris,
side of your
Chris,
house, so they're
Chris,
pissed
stop,
off and they're
stop,
coming
stop.
after
No,
you.
Chris. Just because you live in California,
California.
okay, doesn't mean that the rest of the United States does what that shithole of a state does.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about the electric companies. The
I'm
electric
talking
companies will
about
do
your
that.
your electric companies, yes. Your shithole of a fucking state, okay?
Yeah.
You go
Hey,
to
that'll be-
Missouri,
that'll be
and Missouri
63 cents
still
a kilowatt
allows homesteading. There are many states that still allow homesteading provisions.
Yeah, I mean, some places you gotta watch about
Homes-
like collecting rainwater because
Homestead states are the best states.
I know, and Missouri's one of them.
Yeah.
It's one state over it. It's only separated by a river,
Yeah.
and the smart people cross that river.
You know.
Me and the wife are eliminating debt right now. So
That's good,
I got
that's
rid of
good.
my credit card debt. I owe less than $500 to my tool guys
That's it.
after purchasing a toolbox.
Nice.
And I have a $10,000 loan that is backed by a CD, and I have 30 grand left on the house.
Damn, son, you sitting on skippies.
You're doing great, man.
Oh fuck yeah!
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Me
That's
and the
right.
wife lived the most boring life ever.
I mean, at the end of the day,
It
if
saves
you
money.
want to
Oh, yeah, it
enjoy your
does.
old age, you kind of have to do that.
I mean,
Like, eventually-
Gundy enticed me with leaving my state to go to Florida for mining disrupt.
Yeah, man, just split the cost. It's not that bad.
There you go.
We'll
There
be
you go.
there.
Fucking airfare sucks.
Drive the ship
Holy
out.
crap! Oh man, I'd love to do
I
that.
found
That
round
takes
trip
too long.
for 240 for me.
So it's an adventure.
It was only 240 for me round trip, but you're kind of farther away, so.
Yeah, just a little bit, just a little bit.
That's why like the whole central east side is like decent because you can hit all the spots on the east coast pretty cheap. If you want to go to the west coast, you're gonna pay regardless. So.
Yeah, once you cross that Mississippi line, you're done.
$800 a ticket.
Kyle Rosa's like, start this spring. It's like, last summer. I mean, I've got the chickens now. I'm walking the walk, dude. I'm not just talking the talk. I had a garden last year that I set up. I've got chickens.
And his miners are heating his home.
Right, my mining is still heating the home. Me and the wife are already starting to plan out for our garden, and I've already like drawn stuff up in CAD. You know it's serious when I break out CAD.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's awesome, Ralph. He's in the ocean right now on Starlink.
Off the coast of Florida,
Nice.
about to
Nice,
Augustine
that's dope.
area.
That's fucking awesome.
Starlink is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Enjoy
Nice.
yourself, man. Enjoy. I wish we could all do that right now. It's like later, dudes, later.
So yeah,
Just-
as soon as I get my loan done and over with, and I'm gonna be putting aside my 20% down for a piece of property in the middle of freaking nowhere.
Now here's the next question. Okay, so once you put aside money and you get the property, right? Are you selling your home or are you going to rent that out?
Well,
We've kicked around both ideas.
If you're going to rent it out, here's what I would suggest:
property management.
hire an
company.
agency to manage it for you.
They usually charge about 10% of rent.
So I have my old neighbors. He manages a whole bunch of them.
Dunzo.
You're
See?
right. I was like,
At the end, there you go, done.
he's already turned.
Build that relationship right now, and
The
he'll
next
give you
door,
a
the
discount.
next door property is an Airbnb.
Yeah, it just be
I'm
like
telling you, man, build that
Yeah.
relationship right now, and he'll give you a discount on managing your
Oh
property.
no, I've already talked to him about it. I've already primed him for it.
Oh, we
I'm
have
like, I'm not sure exactly what I want to do, but yeah.
How do you explain the 60 amp breakers in the bedroom, though? What are you guys doing over here?
He had an electric bed, promise.
Doesn't everybody run
It's
their
one of those
computers
hotel
on
beds that just
220?
shakes.
Yeah, I
to-
thought
for the
everybody
mood.
ran 60 amp. No
I thought
worries.
everybody runs, their gaming PC and optimum energy
That's right.
efficiency.
Peak efficiency mode. That's
Right.
That's how power is supposed to be. Like, I
Right.
think we've gone over this a couple of times on your channel, too, about how, like, the 110.
Right. I believe in
30.
what Britain has done with their power system and everybody else that uses 240 volt through their house's common freaking outlets.
Yeah.
Why are we putting all the workload
110.
on one wire and
110.
trusting that the builder who built your house chose the right thickness of wire to handle what you want to do to it 20
Yeah.
years later?
He'd be running, like, a 30 amp circuit on, like, some 16 gauge wire or something.
Yeah,
Dude,
for 100 feet to the back of the house.
shit's
16 gauge
glowing.
wire.
You can
Chuck Dangerous says in the
smell it.
chat, I hear they'd be cooking in those bedrooms.
That's when you can smell your house because you're like, that electrical smell, like that's everybody knows. Like when you smell that,
And all you did was
almost like
turn the
burning
microwave on for 1 minute.
Oh,
Hot
Lord.
Pockets.
It's terrible, man. Nobody wants to be held accountable for shit these days.
Hey man, they shouldn't call them Hot Pockets. They should either rebrand it to Lava Pockets or the center
Cancer
of or the ice centers.
Well, they say when you nuke food, like while it's still hot, it's still holding that nuclear energy.
Oh,
Soon
hold
it
on,
lets
Brian. Check it out.
be
Wheeling
hot.
says if you sell or rent the property, make sure it's in a trust, and you will not have to pay taxes on it.
I know a little bit about that. Yes.
Definitely
that is
something to
true.
ask a CPA.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's called a allodial title. You have to get an allodial title to the land, and they can't tax you on it anymore.
And-
Just FYI.
and then you can sit there and take loans out against that said trust. And you
Buy
want to
more
know what's
properties?
funny about taking loan against the trust?
It doesn't cost anything.
And it's tax-free money.
That's right, holla, yeah. That's that rich guy secret that rich guys don't pay taxes.
Oh yeah, because they're always in debt up to their eyeballs. There was a candid interview with Trump, like way back in the day, where
you said the T
they were
word.
walking past a homeless guy, and he looked at the homeless guy. And he's like, "That guy is wealthier than I am,"
Yeah.
and everybody just thought he was trying to make a joke. And what it really was is that homeless guy owed nobody any money. The money that was in his cup truly belonged to him.
Yeah. Yep. Well,
And
you
if
forget to
people think
explain to
about
people that we live in a debt-based society, so
Right,
you don't
we've
really
monetized debt.
have a lot of debt.
But
That's where
the problem is that when the bill's due and the world can't pay, then what? The government can't subsidize all the time.
Then you print more money and give it to all your friends.
You
Duh.
see, no. What people fail to correlate with my thought on this is 2008. What was that all about? People not able to pay their bills. You know how
Little hiccup, bro.
you know how much of the housing market it took to default on their to make the housing market crash in 08.
It wasn't.
Do you
it
know
wasn't
how
a
much
lot.
what the percentage was?
It was single.
3%. 3%.
A little higher.
It was single digits. I know that.
Oh no.
5%.
No. It's higher.
What?
19%.
19?
That's not single digits, that's double.
Where it stopped.
It's still really freaking low. Not as low.
Right. It
Yeah.
started the snowball started at 9%.
Well,
that-
we're almost there now, right?
So
Like
funny
6,
story
7%.
about that is that all these EV electric cars that got sold during the pandemic, there's about 35% of them that are delinquent in payments. Out of the 35%,
So
40% of that 35% is delinquent for more than 1 year.
what?
And they still have their vehicles?
What?
Yeah.
Nobody's
So-
come to tow them away?
They won't. Think about it, and this is and I have, being in the automotive market the way that I have, and I've paid attention to this stuff. I've worked at the dealerships. I've watched their predatory loan systems that the dealerships put onto the people.
Big time. 100%.
They have been setting up this snowball since
decades?
2010.
Yeah.
So
It's
They
almost
basically-
worth it to
think
get
about-
an
think
EV
about this.
vehicle
Do
that
you-
you
do
don't
you
believe
guys
in or
remember-
don't want. Just because
FA
they
in
won't
the,
take
no,
it.
hold on. FA in the chat, if you guys remember the sign and drive events.
Oh, I remember it.
It's a driving
I remember
sign.
it. Time for an
Basically,
FA.
they were checking to see if you had a pulse. If you had a pulse, you can
You
buy
got
a car.
Yeah, that's right.
You get a car. You get a
That
car. It was like
is
Oprah
right.
Winfrey went for a shopping spree.
And
Everybody
why?
gets a car now.
And you know what
basically,
helped the 2008 was when Bill Clinton gave houses for everybody back when he was in the White House. He gave people who made $18 an hour a $500,000.
oh yeah, and then the cash for clunkers where
Yeah, I
they were
remember that
getting
one,
off
too.
they were getting the sensible cars that they couldn't pass emissions very well off the street. Sensible
Not only were they
cars.
getting it off the street, they were crushing them so
Yeah.
that even you
Yeah,
couldn't
they
even
were-
use
take
parts
them,
off
couldn't
of
even
them
sell
Yeah,
them
couldn't
to
get used
salvage
parts.
any of the other
Literally,
cars
they-
that were out there.
They turned them into grass fodder for the next
Oh yeah,
generation.
dude, they did so much destruction with this.
Terrible,
And-
man. I
and- in
cried. I
2000
saw so many nice V8s
I
go
know.
down.
I
So
know.
many.
In,
So
in,
many.
2010, whenever I started watching them doing the loans, I'm like, these are the same loans that they were doing in the real estate industry.
And you know what the most bought car was in Clash for Clunkers? Ford Focus.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, a true $500 beater.
Yeah, that's right.
A true. That's why
And
you don't
know
see
what?
true
All those cars that
$500
people
beaters.
got for
They
those, they're
crushed
probably
them.
none of them are still on the road
Right.
because they're all pieces of crap.
Yeah, if you want a $500
Yeah,
beater, you're
John
gonna shell out
Germain.
about
It's
$3
like
grand for
ninja
it.
loans, no income, no job or assets. We still give you a loan for a car because you deserve it.
Yeah,
And
you're alive. You have a pulse.
basically, these people, they've sat there and set into these cars. They used to repo them all the time, and the repo market was very, very, very lucrative.
Very.
What they're not reporting on lately is a lot of these repo companies have mysteriously been buying land.
What?
So what
Say
ends up
so.
happening is that these repo companies, they go up to a dealership and they go, "We'll cut you a deal. How much you willing to cut us a deal, and we'll recover the asset." And these repo companies got to have a place to store all these cars.
Yes, they do.
When this happens, we are going to see either one of two things happen. We're going to see a collapse happen in the automotive department, the automotive market. That's going to trigger the government to do quantitative easing on them and bail them out by a taxpayer fund. And whatever middle class people are left are going to get wiped out. You're either going to be dead fucking broke or you're going to be semi-wealthy, and there's going to be no in between. 08 took out the middle class.
Yeah.
They bootstrapped the middle class on bailing out the bankers, making bad bets. And here they are again, making bad bets, and they thought they could hide it in the automotive market.
I mean, they've essentially hit it in every market in this country.
Well, rinse and repeat. It's the price of doing
Yeah,
business.
and eventually, it's
And
just
they made
all
so
gonna
much
crumble.
goddamn money, and nobody
It's
went
gonna
to jail.
crumble
Why
so
not do it again?
spectacularly. It's gonna do it across multiple avenues at the same time. I think it's just all gonna like the whole
And
house of
right
cards
now,
are
what's
crumbling
been
down.
floating all these banks
Spectacular fashion.
with these automotive loans is the same thing that they did with the housing loans. They're repackaging these loans. They're giving all these people like different loan agreements at different rates, refinancing, because if they don't continue to play three card Monty and do the shell game, if the music stops, I'm gonna take a wild guess, and I'm gonna say about 48% of the auto industry cannot pay for the cars they own.
Oh, Chuck Danger says there's also the conspiracy that the government has been buying repoed vehicles on to wipe bad debt from shit car dealers and giving those vehicles to the immigrants.
Well, that's how these hedge funds are keeping themselves afloat now. They're buying up all these.
That
freaking
one I haven't heard yet, Chuck.
I haven't heard it either, but it was worth reading.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything like that. But I do know that there are people who are more than 1 year delinquent. It's on, most of them are on electric vehicles. Because you got to remember, during the height of the scamdemic, the electric vehicles, like the Chevy
Volt.
no, like they're the SUV, they're the Chevy Suburban electric. They
Yeah.
have
okay.
a hybrid one.
Yeah.
That one was going for over $100,000.
Yeah.
They were selling it to people who should not have qualified for anything more than a $30,000 car.
Yeah, you make 30 grand a year, you're gonna get $100,000 car. Like, I don't think so.
Right, you got
That's a
payments
true
like
case
it's a
of keeping
freaking
up with the
house.
Joneses.
Well, you
Well, you
know,
gotta-
when
they-
they're
well, they-
offering you
well,
10-year car loans.
Yeah, 10 to 15
they offer
year.
fucking 10-year car loans now. Like, you guys are out of your fucking minds.
Right.
You're just gonna owe into infinity. Now, the phrase like everyone used to like call out all the time was like, "You'll own nothing and be happy," because you can't afford nothing.
Well,
They're
it's
gonna-
already at the point where you can't afford anything.
You're
I
gonna
mean,
rent it.
look at like most of your millennials,
You're gonna go on Amazon. and
your
pay me
Gen
today.
Ys.
You're
These are
renting
people
for
who
the-
are going to
your
struggle to
doorstep,
try to even
bro.
own a house, let alone have an apartment and have food on their plate that's considered food and not just a byproduct that the government spoon feeds you as this is nutrition because we
Yeah.
can't call it food. This is just nutrition.
Or about how everything is enriched or stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, if it says enriched or farm raised, when it comes to fish, let's stay away from it.
folic acid is terrible for you. Why are you putting all this crap in our food? Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
And what's crazy is they make the organic shit so fucking expensive.
Dude, I've just come to the conclusion people know the jig is up, and like if you want to eat real food, they offer it to you, but you're gonna pay for it.
It's best to just to grow it your damn self.
Yeah, that's facts.
Ralph's like,
Nem's
2024
already-
is like, you can't call it conspiracy anymore.
Nem's
Google
probably
it.
had
You
the best
can't make this shit up anymore.
with those chickens. I bet you Nem's had the best like past 6 months of his life, man. Eating all that fresh food.
Oh my god, fresh food
Dude,
that I've
Real
grown
food,
in my
like,
own
you
yard.
know the difference, man. When
And
you
now,
scarf down McDonald's, you do
How's
not
it
feel.
taste?
You do not
oh,
feel
it's
right.
so
after that.
delicious.
Like I'm sorry.
And
No.
this year I'm going even further. Like, I've got my own on the property made compost, so
Mhm.
fully organic compost,
That's my
and
dude.
I got a whole worm farm.
Nice.
Mm.
It's like, you know how much
You just dump a bunch of those worms
you know
in
how
your,
much
in your
worm
bed.
poop
They'll
it
clean that shit up.
costs? I kind of was like, you're kidding me.
Worm poop. There's
Yeah.
people are selling worm poop.
Yeah, it's called
Yeah.
worm castings.
For sure.
Wouldn't
Your earthworm
surprise me.
casings.
And it's in
Earthworm
the,
casings
it's
is
in
great
any
for sprouting
any garden area in the world. I will personally guarantee you this.
Go to Lowe's or Home Depot.
Yeah,
guys.
anywhere. Anywhere.
No, you
It
can't
does not
get-
matter. They'll have it there.
Those guys
You
don't
only
carry
need about
any
like no
shit.
more than like 20% mix in with your dirt, and it'll put
You're
all
so
the
favored.
all the good nutrients
Nutrients.
into the soil that the plants need to thrive. All the organics, all the microisms.
All that good stuff you got to get online too, because they do not sell it at Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever.
And you
Ace
can't
Hardware.
just-
I don't care where you go.
And nowadays,
Crap they
it's-
sell out of there should be
try
like,
digging a hole and find some worms.
yeah.
You know
It's harder to
what?
find them now.
Right, and you can sit there and look in, and you can do a research of Roundup in your area.
Roundup.
Roundup.
Yeah,
People don't
poison.
think about it. It's poison. It's a
It is.
poison that lasts for 5 to 7 years in your
Generations.
soil.
Yes.
It's a impermanent pesticide or something like that. I forget. Like
Well,
I don't know
they're
every in
trying-
and out, but it's
They're
like
trying to say that we've farmed the land so much that we've just farmed all the
no,
nutrients.
we've
So-
had
we
influence
killed
by
all the nutrients out of the
Monsanto
soil.
and corrupt corporations like Monsanto, and they have gone through and sterilized the ground.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to
never
do,
go
and
short.
I get what they're doing. I don't agree with the direction of what they think the solution is.
Yeah.
That
Because they're only interested in a solution that's going to make them money.
That's right.
No, it's the path of least resistance when it comes down to microisms.
Yeah, true.
You have a field. Your cash crop is potatoes. You're going to grow potatoes every single year in this field. Well, if you do that, you're going to have bugs, blight, diseases, all this stuff. You're going to be battling it, right? So the solution is you
Just
genetically
hose it
modify your potato plant to be able to grow in a more sterile environment, and then you just sterilize the land. Now you can just sit there and add nutrients right to the soil, right where you're growing. Again, I don't agree with the solution, but I understand what they're doing.
Yeah, because who are you going to buy the daggum nutrients from?
True. And
they're not interested in a solution that doesn't make them money.
Well, you can sit there and say that with any business. It's like even with solar panels, Chris. They're in the business to making money off of selling you power that's already at your house, plugged into the wall from a wire that hangs across the street.
Now, I will say a lot of the solar companies out there, 90% of what you're saying, absolutely correct. But when it comes to how we're doing things, we're only interested in actually saving the homeowner money. If it doesn't make financial sense for them, fuck it. We don't want you to get solar because it's not going to make any sense for you.
You're not going to get me to believe that in order for you to have a salary, somebody has to be making money.
I didn't say we don't make money. I said that I'm only interested in saving you money.
I understand, but it's like every business out there is in business to make money, is my point. So to sit there and be like, all these evil corporations that are in the food industry making all these fertilizers and sterilizers, yada, 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 are only doing it because it makes them money. Well, duh. That's any business out there. If you're not making money, you're out of business.
Well, the problem is the FDA has gone rogue, and they just are allowing too much bullshit to hit the shelves at the grocery store. That's point blank.
I'm sorry, but peanut oil should not be for human consumption.
Yeah, nah. I don't care how many parts per million you tell me it's safe.
Not for human consumption.
How about why are you adding it to the? It's not just it happens from making it. It's they add this shit in there. You're adding this shit into it. Just don't add it. How hard is that? Just don't fucking add the crap that kills us in there, please.
But it's cheaper for them to produce that stuff, and with the dollar being so junk, they're trying to make profit still. This happened.
And the big push for seed oils now is.
So you guys can Google this. There was in Britain there was the bread famine or bread shortage, something like that, and they basically went through a period where the money was so junk and they were trying to squeak out as much profits. They started doing cheaper and cheaper ingredients and making a worse and worse product overall. And
it sounds familiar.
Oh yeah, because people are trying to cut corners during bad times.
I know. We get it.
We are actually. We in the United States, we're the. I joke around candidly, but only slightly. But we're the richest third world country out there.
Dude, with all of our money and all of our resources and all of our private doctors, we should be the most well-off country on the planet. But we are not. We're probably one of the sickest. Why is that?
We're the sickest. We have a huge homeless issue. Why? Yeah. Because we're so worried about policing the world.
We spend $60 billion on another country, but we can't feed our fucking veterans in this country. It's pathetic.
Right. It almost makes me want to leave this country, come back as Juan, and start collecting $1,000 a month for doing nothing.
What happened? I don't know why, we should all just go up to DC and pull all those people out of their seats and be like, sorry, your time is up, and we'll just have an election for everyone again. Be like, nah, you're good, man. You had your shot. but like I think we're done here now.
It's like the people said that they wanted term limits and you voted against it. You're fired.
Hey, I've been sitting there. I mean, Gundy knows my meme. At least I think he does. Where it's we should introduce turd limits, and it shows a toilet with all of Congress in it.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, that's essentially what is boiling down in this country now. To like where everybody who says they're not corrupt. I mean, they're probably few out there that are genuinely looking out for their constituents, but most of these people are bought and paid for at this point, so they need to go. Let's just wipe the whole system clean. We'll throw them all in jail, and we'll have a new election.
It's like
Everyone.
Putin sitting there telling Tucker Carlson, he's
Judges,
like,
lawyers,
the United States
Come on.
is so corrupt. There's no negotiating with them anymore.
We need to go back to the constitutional law and just start again from fresh, because like whatever has happened at this point is like beyond repair. I don't think.
Yeah, but you got to remember the beyond repair aspect is going to do everything they can to hold on to the power they have right now.
Of course they are. They will give you so much resistance. There's going to be skies falling out of other skies.
Are you team national divorce or are you team civil war?
Well, you can.
Or do you think a national divorce is even possible?
National divorce should be possible. We'll see. Texas is trying to.
No, they're going down the route of a civil war.
We'll see. I think
you have California asking for a national divorce.
I think they want to just keep everybody on it. I mean, California can like fall off into the Pacific after the next earthquake over there. I mean,
we got to get Chris out first. We
Chris,
we need to liberate the
boat?
Chris the Doge Lord family.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
I know.
And then we can just sever all ties.
The East Coast is the same way. Like we live in a
California. That can be part of Canada for all I care. That in Washington.
Yeah, from like 200 like miles inland from shore, just might fall off on both sides of the United States. Just like there'd just be islands floating out. Like, like oh, we got island property now. Woohoo!
I'm gonna do like Lex Luthor, buy property just east of the San Andreas Fault.
I mean, at that point, like
California drops off, I will have beachfront property, motherfucker.
If that stuff did do that, you might have a couple of couple acre bubbles that come to the top with just like livable area. You could just like claim it as your own, right? I mean, how would they be able to get you off of it? Just put a flag in there and be like...
I mean, considering most of the offices would have dropped into the bottom of the sea, I mean, who's to say that I didn't already own the property?
That's right.
all the records are gone. They washed away.
This is my geographical location.
Yeah.
I know the coordinates of my property. It's right here.
Give me your north and south. I got you. Craziness, crazy.
Oh, John Germain says, Senator Sinema's team contacted me speaking highly of their border bill. I replied, the first 65 pages were military spending bills and billions for Ukraine. What border are we protecting?
Yeah, not ours.
Yeah.
Thank you, John Germain.
Hey, I didn't know that the United States border expanded all the way out to Ukraine. I mean, the United States is huge,
it's
isn't it?
The long dong of the law, you know. It's like, ooh, blocked you.
Because Biden's, and then Biden gets told that he's incapable of being held accountable because of his mental degradation. How the fuck is he the president?
That is what.
If you cannot be held accountable because of mental capacity, you cannot run the fucking country.
Yeah, you can't do the job if your mental capacity ain't up to snuff.
So the only really problem with it I have of this,
Kamala Harris,
it makes us look very weak.
We are
the world.
We have weak men creating hard times, and the world knows it.
It's not going to end good for us if this keeps on going.
Ralph Cooper, thank you very much. He said, my whitetail smoked jerky is way better than a Slim Jim.
Hell yeah.
Hells yeah.
Mm.
You know, Ralph, my birthday's
Yeah, but
coming
do a
up in
barbecue.
about 9 months.
Send some. Just put on
I'm
a
sure if you
package.
send a
Happy
snail
early
mail, it'll
birthday.
get here in time.
Dude, snail mail from California will take like 2 weeks at this point from East Coast to coast.
Right, as soon as it gets into California, there's nobody to work there because you know
Yeah.
they're too busy going to their safe space
We got like 3 30-yard
and being
dumpsters
told
out
that
back.
everything's racist.
Yeah.
Why is it going to be whitetail?
Come on, don't give the guy too much shit. He can't help it. He lives in California.
No, not right now. I do have plans on leaving, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Hey man, I always tell people, I'm like, you really want to go? Pretend your house is on fire. Where do you go next?
My wife and I actually had that conversation because we were watching a movie. I think it was called Fire.
Yeah,
Or
oh, jeez.
Inferno or something. Anyway, it was like
No.
a family had a home like in the mountains or whatnot. Dad had went to the hardware store to get supplies
Came back
because they
it's
hadn't
blaze.
received the evacuation alert yet. And on the way back, the road's been blocked off by the fire department. And everybody's coming down, and like everything was just like up in flames. And she's looking at these people as they're packing shit. She's like, "What are they doing? I would just pack some important documents, some clothes, and get the fuck out." I looked at her and I'm like,
You have your
That's my girl.
Papers, sir. Papers.
like all of my military documents are in one bag.
Hey man, all I have to say is California, the only place in the world where they conserve all the water that you can't use.
Yeah.
We don't need to worry about serving water. It's raining right now. It's been raining for 3 weeks.
I know.
That is
San
one
Diego's
time.
Was it San
Dar-
Diego's flooding out at this point?
DARPA is real. It never rains this long. Weather modification is real, people.
It is. It really is. And at that point, wouldn't you think letting countries be in like droughts and famine for months and months and months be like almost like a kick in the teeth?
It would be inhumane, but they're using it as a weapon. Why wouldn't they? And then there's no trace back to them. You can't say,
Seems like you can take anything good these days and turn it into something bad. So I mean,
Yeah.
people always go like, "Oh, people can use that for nefarious purposes." And I'm like, they will use anything they fucking want for nefarious purposes. It doesn't matter. It could be a fluffy bunny for all you know. They will use it for nefarious purposes. They will find a way.
Right?
Like, so it's like somebody's like, "Oh, Bitcoin, it's just terrible because like terrorists use it." I'm like, man, who uses more? All the organized crime around the world uses the dollar more than anything else, as far as I'm concerned.
Sadie sometimes says in the chat, we are being led by the least among us. Heard in a Terrence McKenna talk from a few decades ago.
See, the problem is all the Gen Xers are sitting on their hands right now because they don't give a fuck. They just want to watch the world burn. And then all the boomers are still in office, but they're obviously senile at this point. And
No,
need
you
to
see, no.
relieve
The
of their
boomers
power.
are like either they're ignorant or they're willfully burning everything down. The Gen
But,
Xers are like, you guys are fucking everybody.
the
and
millennials
it's
had
bullshit
it
that
too
I have to
easy,
fucking
so they're
clean it up
soft.
after you, so I ain't gonna do a goddamn fucking thing.
The
And then you
Gen
got the
Zers.
millennials going, it's not fair. I can't get a house. And then you get the generations after them going, I don't feel safe, and I'm a girl.
Yeah.
I identify as a 12-year-old girl.
I need my emotional support animal.
Right.
My blankie.
It's like, oh
Dude,
my
you're
fucking
33.
god.
Where's my blankie?
and who is this all being led by? Motherfucking liberals.
I mean, I grew up in the last generation that didn't have safe spaces. If we wanted to talk shit about somebody, we had to go to their house and meet them face to face and
Hey,
talk shit.
I came from the generation of ass whoopings, bars of soap in the mouth, eating dirt, picking rocks out of my knee, and
Drinking from the water hose outside.
right, drinking from the hose, and get this. I know it sounds controversial and not safe, but not coming home until the lights came on outside.
Yeah.
Because your parents did not want to see you until
Nope.
those lights came on outside, telling
The
you
streets
it's
for you.
dinner time.
The streets will raise you fine. Go.
Right.
Be with the streets.
And,
Go
and we're
learn
still
the
awesome over
lessons
here
of
being in the
hard
Gen
knocks
X
on your own.
category.
I mean, that's good, man. That's good. Look
Go
at us.
climb trees, break legs and shit.
We
We'll fix it
are
when you get
killing
home.
it. We killing.
Right. It's like, yeah, Kyle Rosa, free range for the win. You know what's up.
You don't want Gen X in office. Gen X will just legalize all drugs and let y'all kill each other off anyway.
Right? They'll be like, hey, guys, watch this. We're
I'd be
going
like,
to
what
do
do you want,
population control. The easy way.
You people want to be self-destructive? There you go, bro. See ya.
You're like, we've seen worse. We're Gen X.
Have you seen those videos? You have young people saying, "Hey, Gen X, are you guys okay?" And then somebody from Gen X is like, "The fuck are you? Of course
see,
we're okay.
You were
We
just
grew
quiet
up in."
ones in the corner until you poke the bear. And then the FAFO comes out, and you're like,
You
oh,
know it, dude. And then somebody comes out from next Friday and stands over you and be like, "You just got knocked the fuck out."
Dang!
Yeah, I mean, we kind of invented that because these days people are all like, you put people down.
If you guys don't know, check
Why
out the
even?
terminology, the Kirby. Our generation started that. I can't explain it. It'll get us kicked off of YouTube.
Yeah,
But go ahead and Google it.
yeah, we don't promote violence.
It's
Sorry, guys.
it's
Most of us are pacifists anyway. So.
right. It's in a few movies. Like American History X. That was a
You might come up
fucking
with a
amazing movie.
few loose toothies after that, if you survive.
Right. Hey, Kirby gets you 3 years.
Manslaughter.
Ooh, hold on. Did you guys see this
Manslaughter.
question in the chat earlier? John Germain asks, "How many food processing plants burned up this week?"
Probably a lot. I mean, that's probably good though, because we want to get away from processed foods. Like, good riddance as far as I'm concerned.
Well, we are importing in a lot of the hackers, and if anybody out there understands what the point that I'll make with this is, if a hacker can physically put his fingers on it, he can own it.
That's right.
If he can
100%.
touch it, he can't do that if he's in Chickadee, China, Mexico, Venezuela, wherever he's coming from. He ain't going to be able to do half the damage as if he can put his finger on it.
Physical availability is really important. If it is available physically, like, you will be in control of whatever it is.
Now, we've seen videos of actual people, saying, "Hey, I lost the keys to my Bitcoin wallet. Can you, get into it?" And the guy, he flew to wherever this guy was. He had his hands physically on it, and he was able to unlock the wallet without the keys.
Yeah.
But
He
the only way he could
basically
do that
reverse
is he
engineered
had-
the client.
It's like a brute force
Yeah.
attack. You just,
No, he reverse engineered the client and
Oh,
figured
okay.
out his password, basically.
No. There was one guy who figured out. He had a copy of like the, whatever wallet it was on, and so he tested how to do sorting.
You can't hack out an actual Bitcoin wallet. You can hack out a device that may
Yeah,
hold
that's what he did.
your
He hacked
private
out the
key,
device,
and once
so
you
he got access to
once you get device access, you have an unencrypted key.
well, let's just say you have somebody's wallet address. Like, you won't be able to get their
The point being
Right.
was the only way he got into the wallet was he
It would have
had
to be
physical
stored somewhere.
access to that wallet.
Right. Yeah. It's not the wallet. It was a hardware wallet.
or there's have to be a repository somewhere of like
A suppository?
no, a repository, a repository.
He
Did
just
you
Joe
get all
Biden
that?
it. Joe Biden was here for a second.
That or Freud? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! What time is it? It is time for another freaking announcement, guys. Drop some FAs in that chat.
A brain wallet. Good luck. Yeah, buddy.
Well, I don't know if you guys knew. I think kind of recently, maybe the last couple weeks, they actually put a Elon chip in somebody's brain.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What happened? What was the
They
story?
said it's been good for testing and it looks promising, but they're not releasing anything else besides that. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna go all Borg and shit.
Hey man, it'll make the the Ready Player One obsolete before it even gets invented. You know?
Oh, the Borg chips? Fuck yeah, they will. You won't even need a headset, bro. You just close your eyes and you're there.
Are you kidding me? You're just gonna be looking around. It'll be seamless. You won't be able to tell the difference between reality and not, and it's just gonna be all.
You'll be in the middle of
together.
augmented reality.
The augmented reality is gonna get people because it's gonna freak people out and blur the lines between real and not, like a little too close to home for a lot of. Let's just say.
Think about when our generation
right,
is no
like,
longer here, bro. Our generation's gone. These kids are not going to know anything different.
Yeah, man. Once you put on the goggles and like walk around like that, it's like, here we go, baby.
Right? You get people that are now walking around and they're just like
assimilate.
They're just people walking around with the new Apple headset now.
I know.
20 years ago, we would have been like, this guy's
so
crazy.
cringy.
He needs to be in an insane asylum. Look, he's just grabbing random shit out of the sky that's not even there.
And I mean, I
hell?
saw the Microsoft had like a holodeck or whatever, like they released a couple years back. It was very expensive, but it was the same concept. It was just a shield, and it like displays like just for you, and no one else could see them. But I guess they're pushing it out to mobile devices now. Like it's crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
Yo, we got to see if FAs. Ladies and gentlemen, DCA Adventure is rated F for fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
So,
You know
what's
awesome?
happening
The price of
tomorrow?
Bitcoin.
Is our boy Mikkel going to be able to join us tomorrow?
I don't know what's going on. I know he's gonna be he's like out of town until.
Yeah, he's definitely working till like the 15th. I think he's
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm going to double check it.
I don't think that he's really gonna be able to. He's gonna
But
be
that doesn't
away
mean that there's
until
not
the
going to be
15th.
content for tomorrow.
see
We
him-
still got our boy Serpent. We got Red
Yep.
Panda. We got Chump Change. We got
Oh, yeah.
Rabbit
Rabbit
mining.
mining.
We got like so many. We got a whole Saturday morning cartoon fest of freaking mining content tomorrow.
Right.
So, guys, keep your eyes out for that. I know that we post in our Discord when people go live.
Yeah. We try to keep everybody in the loop to what all of our friends and fam are doing.
Yeah. So Mikkel says I am away still on a job until the 15th, and I will be at a team dinner tonight. So,
Yeah.
yeah, team dinners.
Enjoy those team dinners too. Hopefully your boss pays.
Hopefully your boss pays, and I hope it's like steak and lobster or some shit.
That's right.
Surf and turf, baby.
Yeah. Work
By the
hard.
way, smash that like button, guys. If
Work
you haven't
hard, play
already.
hard.
Right.
Working hard, play hard. Working hard.
Right. John Germain says, with a brain implant, all you have to do is think and it happens. Speaking, walking, a wood.
A wood? What kind of wood are you talking about? A wood E? Wood E. Could you show me where the wood E comes from?
What's the 3 seashells for?
Yeah.
Demolition Man. I'd be sitting there I'd be sitting there by the fine dispenser and be like, fuck shit, titty, balls, ass, damn it, bitch. And people look at me and I'll be like, toilet paper.
That was most epic scene in that movie too, though.
You've been fined 1 credit of the world. What the fuck was it?
I don't know. World Federation exchange and.
It was like something about like you violated the speech. It's like you don't have free speech anymore. You have to be PG everything.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they're trying to wipe it out as we speak now, guys. Hey,
Your phone, watch. Your phone's gonna be off, and if you know those new contracts that are coming out with like if you send a text message or something, or have a phone call, and they don't like your speech, they fine you $500. You're gonna have your phone in another freaking room just so you can actually have a conversation. Hello there.
You can
Hello
put it
there.
in you can put it inside of a microwave or
Actually,
Faraday pouch.
They sell
Faraday box.
They sell Faraday pouches you can put phones in. They're really fucking convenient, and I throw mine in there at all the time.
And if you can't afford one, just get a bag of chips and throw it in there. The bag's made of metal.
No, that's not gonna work.
Mythbusters proved that doesn't work.
Dude, this
Mythbusters also found that a lot of the
bag is
Faraday
laced.
boxes.
What movie was it that had Will Smith and Lex Luthor in it? Enemy of the State? Was it Enemy of the State? Where he threw it into a chip bag?
No, this thing is so good. You can literally like, I've timed it. I threw it in the case and shut it, and then I had my wife immediately call me, and it does not go to my phone. It goes right to voicemail because I can't find my phone.
Nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, some of those pouches don't work, so buyers beware.
Yeah, oh no, I tried it out as soon as I got it. I put it through the ringer. I'm like, there's got to be a way. Like, if I get close enough to it with Bluetooth, does it work? No, I could not obtain any access wirelessly to this thing. Data, phone, anything. Bluetooth, nothing.
Nice. All right. So, Brian, what's happening tomorrow night?
Well, I'm not sure if Mikal will be able to make it. I don't know how his schedule is truly gonna shape up.
Hey, you ever need a buddy? I'm down for talking hardware tomorrow.
Nice. Fucking might talk about some of that immersions of the minds.
Oh, yeah.
Have you played around with that in the data centers yet?
No.
No dumped
I've seen
units?
it. Very, very, very few people. It is seriously in its infancy still, as far as how much is out there. Because I've been in a lot of data centers.
That's really strange that you say
really,
that.
Nobody's really implementing this kind of thing.
Because that's how. In order for Intel to have hit their original 3 gigahertz on their processor, I forget which one it was. They had it in mineral oil. It destroyed the circuit board.
Yeah.
These things really have to be primed too for liquid immersion. Like you really have to.
And they had like somewhere around like 10 seconds worth of usable data. Once they fired it up,
damn.
They ran no cooler on it, just sitting in the mineral oil.
Really?
Yep.
Weird.
And
that's what happens when you use the wrong liquid.
They were able to achieve 3 gigahertz. And that was a milestone back in the 90s.
Oh, yeah, the 90s for sure.
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
That was
like,
screaming.
I remember that.
Screaming
I was
demons.
like, dude, that is freaking cool. I want that chip. Knowing that it would never hit those numbers in reality. Day. It was only in that testing testing environment only.
Well, back then, procs were getting, what, like 45, 50 watts back then?
Yeah, something like that.
So, yeah, I mean, you give it 400, it's going to be like...
Oh, my God, yeah.
Of course, it's going to heat up hotter than the sun. You're going to be like... Frying eggs on that shit.
Right.
That's the biggest problem with pushing horsepower out of machines. It's the heat dissipation, man. That's the hardest part. If you got a primo way to mitigate heat, then you can turn those things up really effing high.
Hell yeah. That's why I can't wait to use my C1 from Fog Hash that I got from Serpent.
Serpent, yeah. Nice. Did he get a bigger? Did he get a bigger box? Is that why?
Yeah, he got the C2.
Oh, nice.
Which allows him to put 2 of them in there.
Yeah, I knew he was complaining about that on his channel. He's needed some room. Oh,
yeah. And I'm like looking at it, and I'm like the fluid itself. So I have to fork out another $400 to get the fluid that I need.
The
Whatever.
initial fill, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, what can I dip in these things and turn the hash rate up on?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. What can I dangle with some zip ties into this fluid over here?
Right? I'm just saying.
Hash rate's like horsepower. You got to have the right stickers.
Right.
Right.
Just strip the fans off of them real quick.
Sometimes you have to just use some backyard ingenuity.
Right.
And get the juices on that collective flow, think methodology flowing.
And just sit there and like take the fans off and dunk stuff in there and be like,
dunk it. Yeah.
Let's see what we can do and turn it up now.
Yeah.
I think the first thing I'm gonna have to do is like I'm gonna have to have like that sacrificial lamb that goes into the fluid.
Like an old 580.
I can
try to make like 1080 Ti specs.
This way I can figure out how to clean it.
See, a lot of people I've told it all depends on what kind of fluid that you do use, because when you do decommission these things or have to take them out or whatnot, like the cleanability factor on some of these more expensive premium liquids is a lot more what do they say, unforgiving. So it's like it's not as terrible. Like,
yeah, I'm wanting to do the good high end engineering fluid.
Oh, lube life, gotcha.
Well, just remember, if it will go clear with like dunking it in just a regular water solution, like as long as you're not turning on these components and drying them out properly, like you can totally bathe in water.
Oh yeah, people they think it's all crazy. Like, no man, you just sit there and you can.
Like when the guy's spraying the
you can wash them with water. And then what you do is you take the component and you put it in alcohol. You dunk it in alcohol. The alcohol will displace the water out. You get the water out from underneath the components. And then just as one last little extra added, caveat, you put it into the oven. It doesn't have to be hot. Right. You're not trying to reball the thing.
You put it at like 175 and throw that bitch in.
No, 150. For 30 minutes.
Not even, yeah, probably less than that, but yeah.
Yeah, probably less. It depends on how thorough
dry
you want it.
But yeah, for sure, man. Like, totally. That's because a lot of these kind of fluids are very porous and like sticky, so it takes a lot of effort to get them out of the components once they've set.
Yo, what's up, New England?
We got New England in the house.
What up?
I feel embarrassed. My beard is not epic enough.
Oh, I mean,
yeah, you had to trim it back a little bit.
You're right, Ralph Cooper. I had to search around for a good one. Like the cheap ones are crap.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, the man's beard is like all the way down to his waist.
It's like ZZ Top status, but like
seriously,
like a whole lot cooler though.
Yeah. Is he getting old? Is it a little gray in there? You got some gray working on there?
Oh yeah.
Got some gray working.
It's looking seasoned. He's like a seasoned professional.
Right.
Yeah, I'm starting to go gray. It's terrible. I just have a few though, so you can't really notice it.
Well, shaving helps.
First, at first, you don't notice it, but everybody else notices it.
Yeah. Thanks, Ned. Thanks.
No problem. Anytime.
What is bitch?
My mother pointed it out to me one day. She's like, "Is that a gray hair in your beard?" I'm like, no, it's ultra blonde.
Shut up,
At
Mom.
the time, it was. It was like fucking like turning.
Ghost white.
Like I knew it was
so
about ready
gray.
to go gray.
It was platinum white.
But
But
it
you
was
still
like-
had enough pride to recognize that it wasn't gray. It was
No.
blonde.
It was no, like you could sit there like one light it'd be white, and you know you go outside and you could tell it was blonde.
Yeah.
And
Straight white.
that's how my hair color was when I was really like so blonde, like patches would look white. It was so blonde. And my hair, the certain ones just like went to that ultra blonde. I'm like, oh god, it's coming. And my mother tries to call me out.
I need
like,
to
"Not yet,
upload
not yet."
old photos into Discord or something, so you guys can see just how blonde I was as a kid. You know, I look like a little blonde-headed Mexican kid running around in the summer.
I mean, you can't, you wouldn't think that, but yeah, all of that would have been like golden blonde when I was like really young.
Well, you know, we grew up in the Starseed child era, you know. Damn, blonde hair, blue eyed. Everybody was born blonde hair.
Hey, Ralph Cooper, take care, my man. Thanks for being here.
Later, Ralph.
Have fun.
Have fun on the ocean, big guy. But yeah, I'd love to be down there right now, like catching like breakfast for tomorrow.
You know. Speaking of people that were always on boats, our boy Peters, you know, Mr. Viking himself. You know,
Oh, yeah.
haven't heard from him in a while.
It's been.
I know, it's been so long.
Maybe he forgot about us.
Maybe he's still on a boat.
I mean, it's possible.
Maybe he never left.
Maybe he's
He just like, he went on a 3-hour tour, and he Gilliganed himself.
Oh no!
Oh no! Don't say that. I don't know the song, but anyway, ladies and gentlemen, smash that Lizzie like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe or join us in the Discord. Links are down in the description. It's about time for us to get on up out of here.
Ass Friday night.
It's been amazing hanging out with all of you guys.
It always is.
Right,
you know?
I hope all you guys enjoy.
It's an awesome end to a week. You know, we can get to start the weekend party on guard.
This is the best way to end the week. Just hanging out with the boys. This is my social life.
Oh, don't say that, Chris. Come on, you got friends.
Oh, I do have friends. I just, I don't hang out with them like I do with you guys. Everybody here on the YouTube.
In low places.
No, really, low places. Like he lives in outside over under that bridge over there.
Speaking of country music stars, didn't you guys hear that? What was it? Tim McGraw died. Was it Tim McGraw? Who was it that died?
Country music is terrible. Really.
Yeah, I wouldn't know if there was
The
any.
only music I really cannot stand listening.
The only reason I know about it is my wife told me, and I'm like, really? You?
Good in country.
She doesn't even listen to country music. Toby Keith.
Toby Keith.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, he died.
I think it sounds kind of familiar, but that's about it.
He wasn't dating Taylor Swift, so he died.
Yeah, must have been the case.
It wasn't part of the
Thank you,
psyop.
Sadie. Glad we were entertaining tonight. And guys,
Oh yeah, what
we'll
up?
see you all on the next one. I know
Joe.
our two pals right here are definitely going to see you guys tomorrow.
Hell
maybe,
yeah, brother.
Maybe.
Right. So, with
It's been real. It's been fun.
right.
We appreciate you hanging out.
Hell yeah.
Or the
So thank you everybody for being here. With all that good stuff being said, peace out. Stay savage, and we'll see you on the next one.
Peace out, guys.